Hello humans, it's just Martine, and this week I'm going to give myself a little bit of a reading challenge. Lately, I feel like I've been neglecting my physical reads for a couple of reasons. One, I think it's just easier to use my phone. It's lighter, I can change the text size as needed for my eyesight, etc. And I can read on my phone in the dark, which is what I've been wanting to do the most while reading lately, is sit in my bed in the dark reading. Physical books, they've not been working as well for me. I've been putting them off, and I have lots of them that I want to read, so that's a bit of a problem. So this week, Monday through Friday, because I'm actually out of town this weekend and I want to be able to enjoy that as much as possible, but Monday through Friday this week, I want to read 100 pages of a physical book every day. I typically read more than 100 pages in a day, so that wouldn't seem like a challenge at all. Then you add on the fact that it has to be from a physical book, and that changes things. That changes things a lot. I'm starting this week, and I've already read, how many pages was it? I've read 35 pages of a physical book so far today, because I did that while I got dinner and waited for my mindfulness group. What I don't feel like doing right now is reading almost 70 pages of a physical book before I can get into bed for real and shut off the light. I've worked myself into a bit of a corner here. It's past 7 and I could have just not started the vlog and started it a different week, but I really wanted to do it this week for some reason, even though it's probably the worst possible week for me to do it because all my final papers are due at the beginning of next week. So I don't know why I'm doing this, but I am. So let's get to it because I have some serious reading to do. I have just checked the time and it's not even that it's past 7. It's 7:43. It's almost 8 p.m. I am usually in bed by now. Why did I do this to myself? Well, the only way to fix this is to stop talking to you and get reading. Update, it's 8:20 p.m. and after I reached like 50 pages of the Atlas 6 for the day, I needed something that goes faster. It's late, I'm super tired, so I switched to a book that I've been reading a bit faster and I still have like 25 pages to read. But at least I'm making progress. I did it. In total today, it took me an hour and 25 minutes. That's going to slow down when it's not a night where I absolutely have to get myself into bed and focus on a book that takes longer to read, but I'm proud of myself. I did it. I did it, even though I didn't want to, I did it. Happy Tuesday. I have reached 62 pages of my 100 for the day, so I'm at a better spot than yesterday, which we all knew was the case. It's 5:45 and pretty soon here I'm going to do some reading sprints on Discord with Bailey and maybe somebody else, but definitely Bailey. So that should help me push through this, and I probably won't update you when I finish, but just trust me that I did. Unless you see me just now telling you that I did, in which case, yay. Or you could equally pretend that this is Martine from the future and I finished my 100 pages from the day. And I'm definitely not lying right now. I gotta get to reading these last like 40 pages. 104 pages. I did it. 100 pages of a physical book read today, and that actually brought me to the end of a physical book. Not the physical book I've been slowly plugging away on. This one is still taking forever. I'm determined. By the end of this week, this 100 pages a day is going to get me to the end of this book. And hopefully maybe another one. It's Thursday night, and I've only read like 10 pages for this today. And I really don't want to do it right now. My brain's a little dead, but I'm going to at least sit down and try. And hopefully it goes well. I have recruited my friends for Discord reading sprints, so they're gonna drag me through this. It took way longer than I wanted it to, but I did reach my 100 pages for the day, so yay me. It's the last day of the challenge. I'm making it through. I'm making it through and I'm so proud of myself for that. It has been a challenge. It seems like something so small. It seems like it should not have been as hard as it has been, but it has been gruesome. Let's finish out this last day and really celebrate. Okay, so while I was traveling on Friday, I did manage to read 100 pages of a physical book. So yay, I completed the challenge. My overall thoughts of this is not sustainable for my reading. I cannot be asking myself to be reading 100 pages of a physical book every day. I do tend to read more than 100 pages a day, but physical books, it doesn't work for me to have to prioritize that, especially when a lot of the reading time that I get is in the evening when I want to be sitting in bed in the dark. Holding a book is difficult even if I am sitting in the light. I think this helped reframe for me. Yes, I have lots of physical books I want to read, but I think this taught me that like there is a reason why I read so many ebooks, and I shouldn't beat myself up so much about reading more ebooks than physical books when I still have physical books, because like I am slowly getting through the physical books. It's not as if I don't read any physical books. And it was nice to take a week to prioritize some physical reads. I do think I need to do maybe a better job of that. There needs to be some way for me to incentivize reading the physical book more often before I get to my ebook reading in the day. I just don't think I need like a specific goal of like 100 pages of it per day, especially because when I was reading things like the Atlas 6, there were a lot of words on those pages. That took a lot longer than when I was reading a YA book or a mystery book to get through my 100 pages. And because I had to reach 100 pages instead of reaching like a certain amount of time or simply trying to prioritize reading physical books, I ended up putting the Atlas 6 on like the back burner some days because I didn't have the energy to read 100 pages of that, so I had to switch to something easier. Whereas I could have read less than 100 pages of the Atlas 6 and just decided to prioritize it instead of focusing on the 100 pages, I guess. So this was an interesting challenge, and I think it did what I needed it to at the time, both in helping me get through some physical books and in teaching me that like I'm a little too hard on myself on the idea of reading so many ebooks. Like, just let yourself read ebooks, I don't know. And also taught me that like giving myself a strict page number for how much physical versus ebook I should read per day is not gonna work long term for me. But I am glad that I gave this a try. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up and comment down below, have you ever done a challenge like this before? And subscribe for more reading, writing, and college lifestyle content. And until next time, bye humans, bye!